This is a grunge report with Wanda Echoes, by Wanda Echoes, and for y'all. There's Christ. There's a picture of Christ with a joint clip hanging from the picture. Okay. And moi. This is an official grunge report, and in this video I am going to respond the only way I can to an Inmendham video. And talk about all kinds of things that'll make you wig out, flip out, and just be disgustedly hate for moi, as usual. Okay, yes, Gary said we are all fish. Okay. There once was a cricket who just didn't wig it. He couldn't get with it. So we all trying to stick it to him. Crickets. It's better to be a cricket than a cockroach, I guess. And I don't know why I'm putting these in. It's a habit. It's a very big habit to have earphones on, especially if they're white. Okay, now Gary. Gary, clear back from 2008. Gary Inmendham. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I often wondered where that to be serious woman went. Of course, with my failing memory, I just couldn't locate any of those people, you know, except for like Pyro, Maniac, Pyro. And so let's start the video by saying I'm Wanda Echoes and you're definitely not. Okay, Gary, this is not meant to be completely facetious, but you touched on the subject of Cosmos in response to Curt Kobain's video. Cosmos, where you enter and lose your footing. Did you forget about that? Okay. It was great. I watched the whole video for once. Didn't have to force myself, but you kind of give credence to her when you did that. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, if I had her for a professor, I'd try to get her fired. She has the most annoying voice I've ever heard. You've got to keep them separated. Okay, yeah, very annoying voice, especially for a professor or something like that. Very, very, very. And on the dissecting frog issue, can you imagine that I personally have never dissected a frog. I guess they didn't want me to get it, you know, how the leg, you know, like a grasshopper leg, when you kill it, it twitches. I don't know what's inside a frog, you know, and I don't know if I'm going to live another day if I don't know how a frog maneuvers. But yeah, Gary, you showed that, excuse me, plant on the windowsill, and my response was, what is that, Gary, a watermelon plant? And yeah, oh, I saw the video where you had the police escort and they came out because you were cranky. Okay, I suppose when anybody leaves, in order to know that somebody's not approaching your property with a shotgun through the window, I suppose you have a very, very, very secure property alarm. I would hope, Gary. I don't want anything to happen to you. Kudos to Gary. Yeah. I don't know if they put infrared lights out on property. I mean, that might get a little too expensive, plus anybody could come right up to your electrical outlet and pull the plug on you. And lights out, Gary. Okay, you mentioned fuzzy asses of syphilis victims. Excuse me, I've got to remedy a nose problem. Now, back in the day, this used to be Oceana, yes, and very good product, I think. I think it won't cause me to have an emotional mental breakdown. Like that vaginal cream did. That's what the justice system doesn't realize, is that the vag cream I was shoving up my nose for my sinuses caused me to flip out and completely lose control for a few seconds. Needless to say, you mentioned a fuzzy ass. Okay, one time I was with this chick. She was driving in her Jeep, and I noticed these circular, like, white cell marks, like, on the back of her hands. And so since I heard, oops, she doesn't even know she has syphilis, so I hope she made it to the Phoenix clinic, you know, where everybody went and got their handful of pills and popped it, because they were a little bit wacky the night before, so they caught a little bit here, caught a little bit there. Oh yeah, speaking of fuzzy asses, I don't know if I like fuzzy asses. I really don't like fuzzy chests. I guess it makes a man look more manly when he's got a forest on his, you know, whatever. But a fuzzy ass, I think that would be a little bit slippery when wet, you know, kind of irritating thing, and then you might give the guy, you know, an ingrown hair, God forbid. And let's see, yes, white blood cells on the back of the hands means you have syphilis. Okay, yeah, okay, about the cricket. Yeah, once upon a time there's a cricket, and he just didn't get it. He took his mind off the subject for just a second, and boom, he was a fish. Is he a bass? Is he a trout? Who's a shark? But the truth is, it was raining cats and dogs and fish when I moseyed through there. And I went through a mud puddle, not a mud puddle, a big puddle of water in the street, and it conked my car out, and I thought, oh no. But I managed, excuse me, I just had a delicious meal at Burger King. Say hello to my grandmother. A woman I only met briefly for 5 minutes one time in my life. Okay, fish, you know, I don't eat fish, I eat Dover sole. I'm spoiled, yes, I'm accustomed to certain things, and I don't expect any less. So, but I think it's okay that, what is the not Clay Aiken, no, that big, you know, if you're a guy, you should teach your daughter to fish, you should, you know, bond with your daughter and all this and that. Anyway, I'm like, it's not making any sense now, but Gary's mind went zap. His mind went completely to the bird. His mind now is probably saved because this man said so. Yeah, this guy here, yeah. This guy here said you have a job 365 days a year, and that is to be an angry fuck. So, kudos to Gary. And this is the end of this frickin' video.